Happy Friday, television family. We like Fridays around here because, well, it's Friday. Followed immediately by what we like to call the weekend. Thank you, Pope Gregory, for making those arrangements for us many, many centuries ago. 21st day of March, 2025. I'm Dan Kuntz. 36 degrees, considerably warmer start to the day than we saw yesterday. Our afternoon high will be about normal. We had a little bit of light rain a couple of hours ago, kind of caught me by surprise. Light drizzle. We're not out of the woods yet, could still get a little bit of light rain before this day is over. But for the most part, it'll be not too bad today. Pretty quiet on Saturday. We could get, believe it or not, there's a chance of some light snow pretty close to the Wenatchee Valley overnight tonight into early Saturday morning. It won't last very long if it happens at all, but it's out there. Passes are still getting hammered with snow, by the way. Traction tires are advised on Stevens, but I wouldn't drive it if I were you right now. And then things warm up and then they cool back down again. We're just all over the place. Mother Nature can't seem to make up her mind, but she doesn't have to. We will have the forecast for you. Plus news, sports. Gonzaga wins in the first round of the NCAA men's tournament for the 16th consecutive time. Gonzaga women won as well. Not so much for the Washington women. Their season came to an end. We'll have highlights of Bighorn basketball, another offensive showcase at the W.B. Smith Gymnasium, but they dispatched Vancouver. We'll have highlights of that as well, plus prep action from yesterday. An opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and in the back half of the program, finally, we had a chance to sit down with Tara Sokol. She runs she's kind of like the community relations manager, marketing. She does a lot. She wears a lot of little hats and a couple of big hats too at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. They are ramping up for a very busy spring. We love the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. I have been remiss because I haven't been giving them the love I think they deserve. We're going to start making that up with a conversation with Tara you don't want to miss in the back half of the program. Cameras. Yes, we have them, including cameras we didn't even know we had until we got our machine up and running again last week. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley, of course, from our Wenatchee Heights cameras, sometimes called the Cross camera. It's fairly close to the Cross, not right next to it. Sunrise has already happened, 7:01 this morning. Sunset tonight, 7:15, 12 hours and 15 minutes of daylight. An additional 3 minutes and 26 seconds. You can add to your daylight calendar if you have such a thing. And we'll have 3 minutes and 26 seconds more tomorrow and on down the line. I like these longer days. It's getting pretty nice. You can see a few high clouds and that little high cloud thing over Badger Mountain in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And Birch and Badger could even get a light dusting of snow before it's all said and done. Our second camera on our tour around the area is that. I think that's the same one we used yesterday, which I think is the Blewett Pass camera. You can't really see much of anything. Speaking of passes, they are going to get a lot of snow. We're going to show you a slide on that right now. It is snowing. It's a rain-snow mix on Stevens, but the roadway is really covered in snow. Blewett and I-90 are good. If you're traveling over the river and through the woods to the Puget Sound area, Blewett and I-90 is definitely the way to go because they're fine. You'll be smooth sailing there. Third camera. Ooh. I'm seeing a big body up. I'm assuming that's the Lake Wenatchee area. That's got to be the Lake Wenatchee area. You can see where they clear-cut the logs there on the left-hand side of your screen. It looks like it's raining up there. I think it's probably a little too warm for snow in the Lake Wenatchee area right now. Let me look. It's actually warmer there. It's 39 in the Lake Wenatchee area. It's 36 here, so I think they're getting some light rain up in that area. Good morning to Lake Wenatchee. And finally, camera 4. It's kind of fun guessing these again. I haven't done this in a while. Hay Canyon checks in. Good morning to Kashmir from high, not all the way up Hay Canyon, but a ways up there looking directly towards the Wenatchee Valley, and the sun creeping up the East Wenatchee Bench, or creeping over the top of the East Wenatchee Bench. Good morning to Kashmir. It's good to see you, folks. One slide to show from you, or for you, and that is the snow through about 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Stevens is going to get snow all day throughout the course of the day today. It's a rain-snow mix right now in Stevens Pass. It's going to change over to just plain snow as the first round of precipitation moves through the region. As we speak, it will taper off by about midnight tonight, but continue to snow lightly until about 11 a.m. Saturday. So as you can see, Stevens is going to get a lot of snow, and I-90 is actually going to get quite a bit of snow. Not too much on Blewett Pass, really, but pretty much any pass that's above, say, 1,500 feet is going to get a little bit of snow. You get up to about 3,200 feet and quite a bit of snow through about 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that means we could get a little bit of light snow before a big warm-up comes. And we're also going to dry out quite a bit for the weekend. From the National Weather Service, clouds and sun, we'll say partly sunny. It's not going to be too bad today. High today at 54. Yesterday's high was 54. Normal high 54. Today's high about 54. So temperature-wise, we're hovering right around normal. Chance of precipitation today about 50%. It'll happen in the morning if it hasn't already tapered off for the day today. As I mentioned already, the snow level is going to drop all the way down to 1,500 feet. We could see a rain-snow mix while you're sleeping. By the time you get up tomorrow morning, it'll be sunshine. It'll be pretty nice. It'll be cloudy in the early evening hours, and then gradually the clouds will clear out. We'll get down to about 34 for the overnight low. A little windy at times. Saturday morning, sunshine. Saturday afternoon, clouds. And a high of about 53, and that means the clouds will be hanging around Saturday night, 36, give or take a couple for the overnight low. And then on Sunday, rain, mostly in the afternoon. And clouds, of course, will get to about 54, 55 on Sunday. So our afternoon highs just right around normal, maybe a degree or two cooler than that. Then the warm-up begins. After a little bit of rain on Sunday night, we'll top off at 61. On Monday, 67, with lots of sunshine on Tuesday, upper 60s on Wednesday, and Thursday with an increasing chance of rain. Boy, look at Tuesday. We're going to want to bottle that day and keep it for another rainy day, because Tuesday looks really nice indeed, which is fine by us. I think we're doing a baseball game here on Tuesday, and we like it when it's sunny and pleasant for the national pastime. All right, that's your weather. Up next on the agenda, even though we don't really have an agenda, we're not a committee, it's the news. It's 2 minutes away. You're watching Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Central Washington Water is home to the Hot Spring Spa for over 45 years. Come see the Freshwater Smart IQ. It monitors your saltwater spa's pH balance, chlorine, and more. Or the cold plunge tub that will leave you feeling rejuvenated. Plug-and-play spas make hot tubbing easy. With great financing available, cold water, salt water, hot water, Central Washington Water has a spa for your budget and your lifestyle. Stop by today.
36 degrees, some filtered sunshine. A little bit of light rain is still possible today. Some light snow possible tonight. I don't think it's going to happen. Increasing clouds on Saturday, rain on Sunday and Sunday night, and then woo, we take off. We go way up the temperature scale starting on Monday. It's 9 minutes after the hour. The man accused of starting that damaging fire in a Wenatchee stormwater culvert, well, he could enter a plea in the case as soon as next week. At his arraignment on Wednesday in Chelan County Superior Court, 51-year-old Timothy John Whitney indicated he's likely to take a plea deal that's being offered by the prosecuting attorney's office. It all stems from that fire on February 3rd in a large drain pipe near Holly Street and the Apple Capitol Recreational Loop Trail. Whitney is homeless, and he told police he started a warming fire near the mouth of the culvert and authorities say that fire ignited the large plastic pipe and caused $260,000 worth of damages. Whitney has remained held in the Chelan County Jail since he was arrested 3 weeks ago. He is charged with second-degree arson, which carries a potential sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Details of any possible plea agreement, though, have not yet been disclosed. An East Wenatchee father is suing the Eastmont School District, claiming his disabled son was neglected while he was a student at Eastmont Junior High. Sean Evans filed the lawsuit on Tuesday in Douglas County Superior Court on behalf of his 18-year-old son, who is autistic and nonverbal. The lawsuit says the former student has a history of self-harm, and Eastmont was aware of those behaviors but didn't do anything about them. Evans claims his son was allowed to engage in headbanging while under the school's supervision, to the point where he may have damaged his retinas and sustained a traumatic brain injury. Evans is suing for damages and attorney's fees. The Chelan Douglas Health District is looking for high school-aged students to join its Youth Advisory Board. The young board members will help identify health topics important to young people and barriers young people may face within health services. The responsibilities of the Youth Board include discussing and recommending adolescent health topics and giving feedback on health materials like web pages and surveys. Those interested in applying, you have to be in grades 9 through 12. You have to be able to attend the meetings. They're monthly from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and you got to be interested in making a difference in the Valley. Application materials are available on the Health District's website. They're due April 1st at 5 p.m. The tiny town of Stehekin at the mouth of Lake Chelan has an on-site police car for the first time in more than 20 years. The SUV from the Chelan County Sheriff's Office will allow deputies to travel around the village, population of about 100 plus whoever's there in the summertime, whenever they're in the vicinity. Stehekin does not have a full-time officer, but the Sheriff's Marine Patrol docks at the town on a regular basis. The SUV was formerly a school resource officer's vehicle. It was transported to Stehekin earlier this month by ferry. Sheriff Mike Morrison says the move is, quote, reflecting our commitment to serving all communities to the best of our ability, end quote. Well, the annual exchange of delegates between the Wenatchee Valley and its Japanese sister city continues this spring. On April 30th, local dignitaries will welcome the visiting party from Misawa. We have had a sister city relationship with Misawa since 1981. They'll be honored at a 3 p.m. reception at Wenatchee City Hall. Their visit, as usual, coincides with the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Back in October, and again this October, delegates from the Wenatchee Valley traveled to visit Misawa. That, of course, is where Clyde Pangborn and Hugh Herndon embarked back in 1931 on history's first non-stop trans-Pacific flight. And Ralph Monroe, Washington's Secretary of State for 20 years, has died. He was first elected in 1980 and was re-elected 4 more times without really being challenged. He championed greater accessibility and convenience for voters in state elections. He established mail-in balloting and quicker voter registration. He also published Washington's first ballot entirely in Braille for visually impaired voters. In retirement, Monroe became known for his environmental activity, and he was the host of My Favorite Places on the state-run TVW network. Ralph Monroe was 81 years old, and he was very good at what he did. And that's the news of 14 minutes after the hour. Get your weekend going with a head full of information that you need to get your weekend going. We call it the news. We were going to call it get your head full of information to get your weekend going, but it doesn't fit on the TV screen very well. The news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock on TV, 5, 6, and 10 on television. That doesn't fit into your schedule. It'll be up and, or you don't have cable or whatever it is. It'll be up and running on our homepage, NCWLIFE.com. You can watch the news right around 5 o'clock by going to our Facebook page, and the same deal with our YouTube page. If you haven't downloaded our app yet, you can go about doing it right there. That's the quick response code. And if you think something out there is newsworthy, you let us know about it. You send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Sports, the Obscura holiday. Today in history, there's some celebrity birthdays. Mike Benatti's opinion and my visit with my friends at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. All coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
It's the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 13th to the 23rd. Check out the enormous selection of both new and used RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, with huge incentives, 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Top manufacturers are coming from across the country, like Winnebago, Holiday Rambler, Forest River, Thor, Flagstaff, Grand Design RV, and more. And enter to win $30,000 or a new RV. Get $3,000 over NADA for your trade, paid for or not. So come on down to the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 13th to the 23rd.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at MerryMaidsOfWenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. So relax, it's done.
"17 minutes after the hour in sports, Khalif Battle, he had 24 points. Nolan Hickman and Braden Huff added 18 points apiece. And Gonzaga advances with an easy 89-68 win in round 1 of the NCAA tournament in Wichita yesterday. The Zags scored 27 of the game's first 30 points and never looked back.
Off of the shots they missed, they offensive rebound.
Shot clock winding down under 10. EK in the paint, throws it up, and he falls to the floor. Oh, man, he's got 4. Back to Nemhard off the screen. Nemhard bounce pass to the baseline. I think Greg was surprised by that. Hickman for 3. Yes!
It's such a great job. Play out of the short corner.
Shot clock under 10. Hickman to the corner. And a Chinty converts. They're 4 for 4 from beyond the arc.
Their defense has to stop.
Here's Huff again.
It's really good stuff.
We talk about one of the best passes. There's no pressure. That's just an easy look, and there's a
pass up top. Shot clock has plenty of time. Hickman gives up his dribble. Greg to the corner. Good feed to Huff. Huff underneath, reverses his field. He has 7 first-half points. What a punch in the gut this is. Nemhard gets it back, slips it to Greg. Greg has it blocked away. Battle for the loose ball, puts it back up. It's good. He says, I don't know, it took a few.
Now Georgia's going to come with some extended pressure. I don't think Ryan Nemhard is trappable, to be honest with you. I think he's untrappable, unflappable.
Here comes Nemhard up the floor to the corner. Battle makes his man miss, steps in. Jumper's good. That's a 2-point field goal.
I think it speaks to the consistent standard of Gonzaga basketball, what they expect, how talented they've been.
Hickman.
I mean, come on. Like, they go accelerate, accelerate, misdirection, ISO to the block. It's so well done. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And they come right back right here to an ISO post-up, one-on-one.
But Deb, also to add to that, look at the spacing. I mean, if you watch it's a 1-3-1, but I'd love to see a little bit more pressure there. This is just easy, swing the ball around.
And Battle, the Zags, with a convincing 89-68 victory over Georgia. It is the 16th straight first-round victory.
Gonzaga takes on top-seeded Houston in a second-round matchup. That's tomorrow at 5:40. The Cougars routed SIU Edwardsville. The final there was 78-40. Well, the Washington Huskies let a 13-point second-half lead slip away to Columbia. They dropped a 63-60 loss to the Lions in the first 4 game last night. in Chapel Hill. It's the first ever win in the NCAA tournament in Columbia's history for the Lady Huskies. Their season is over. Not so for the Lady Zags. They took the lead for good late in the first quarter and never trailed after that. They routed Texas San Antonio 67-51 in the first round of the WBIT tournament in Spokane. Gonzaga travels to top-seeded Colorado at noon on Sunday in a second-round game. Mariners had the day off yesterday. It's their last day off of Cactus League play, and they're going to make up for it for a couple of games today. The Mariners will take on Kansas City at the Royal Spring Training Complex in a split squad game at 1:05. At the same time, or actually 5 minutes later, the Mariners will host the Reds in Peoria, again split squad baseball at 1:10. Then on Saturday, they travel to take on the White Sox at their facility. Split squad game again at 1:05. Then they close it out Sunday against the Brewers in split squad game at 1:05. They get the next couple of days off. Opening day for the Mariners is next Thursday against the Athletics. Prep soccer scoreboard from last night. Cascade got by Eastmont 2-1. It was Othello shutting out Chelan on the pitch. 3-0. Tight one between Okanagan and Manson, but Okanagan got the better part of that. Royal takes care of Cashmere 2-0. It was Quincy and Davis, a scoreless tie. 0-0 there. Moses Lake dispatched Ephrata with ease. 4-0 in Ephrata. Prep baseball yesterday. Okanagan got by Manson 9-6. Sultan, they were in Sultan. They crushed Cascade 16-0. Brewster and Lake Roosevelt, not much of a game there. The Bears beat Lake Roosevelt 15-5. Lots of doubleheaders in prep softball yesterday. In fact, we're going to put it on two scoreboards. Wenatchee swept Ellensburg in the first game 10-4, in the second game 12-2. Keona Benton had no problems with the Quincy Jackrabbits, 17-1 in the first game and 11-0 in the second game of that doubleheader. And Tonasket swept their doubleheader against OMAC, 13-2 in game 1, 13-7 in game 2. Lots of offense between Sultan and Cascade and girls fast pitch softball, but the Turks got the better of it, 23-18, and Waterville Mansfield in a much lower scoring game beat Bridgeport 6-4. Well, the Wenatchee Bighorns bench outscored the Vancouver Volcano bench 25-4 last night. It was a tight one, but they won 97-95 at the W.B. Smith Gymnasium. Chris Cromartie poured in 29 points. Chance Bohannon added 19. He went 7 for 10 from the foul stripe. Grant Olson called the action right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Hit a Bighorn, back out now. The bun, and the ball is stolen away by the Bighorns down court. There's Cromartie, layup good. Cromartie now with 20 points in the ball game for Wenatchee, and a steal back the other way. Layup, Cummins, good. Out to Gittins. Banks, that hot hand. Here's the shot for three, good. Early in this period, here's Richardson, double teamed in the backcourt, dribbles out of it. Bunn now the three-point shot, long range, good. Gets it over to Cromartie outside the three-point line, puts up the shot, good. Off balance, and he gets it to go. And fairly quiet now this second half of the third quarter. Lost the handle on it, turnover, back the other way. Bighorns, there's the jam, Tyrus Crawford. Bunn, the shot clock was running out, no good. Nice rebound, Crawford down court. There's Cromartie, alley-oop, dunk, good. Taven Cummins. It's Cromartie. He's taking some off-balance shots. There's another one for three, good. Minute 53 left to the basket. There's Bunn, the shot's blocked, but into the hands of Williams. He's got it to the basket, good. Minute 17 left to go, fourth quarter. Richardson, jump step into the lane, tough layup, good. 1 point, Wenatchee lead, 94-93. Richardson dribbles in the backcourt, now to the free throw line, gets away with a push-off to the basket, shot no good, and the rebound into the hands of Washington. Down court, the dunk, I don't think it's gonna count though. Cummins, I think he was fouled before he went to the basket. Cummins has not attempted a free throw yet tonight. Here's the first one, on the way, good. Second free throw on the way, good. This to make it a 2-point Bighorn lead. Free throw on the way, good. It's Richardson with it. I'm thinking Richardson or Banks will take this last shot for Vancouver to try and tie it up. 7 seconds, 6 now. 4 seconds, Richardson still on the dribble. 1 second. Richardson forces one up, no good, and that will do it.
Chris Cromartie finished with 29 points, including a three-pointer in the final 2 minutes. Talk about that final stretch, grinding it out to get the 2-point win.
The only thing that I was thinking about in that moment was I just missed 2, and the biggest thing was shoot it again. I felt like my team had faith in me. I heard them on the bench telling me, and I shot it and went in. And that's all it was, confidence. My team had confidence in me. That's what we're trying to figure out up here. Confidence, teamwork.
We knew it was going to be a dog fight. Coming out of halftime, we knew they was going to come with a different energy. And we came and we executed a little bit more defensively. We just picked it up. I mean, that's you want to try to blow guys out. You want to try to dominate. But at the end of the day, a win is all that matters. And you keep working on things going forward. And I'm proud of the guys for getting this win.
Bighorns back in action tomorrow night. They're at home against the Seattle Superhawks. The tip is set for 7 p.m. And yes, we will have that game for you right here on the NCWLIFE channel. And finally, the Wenatchee Wild close out their season with back-to-back games against the team with the best record in the WHL. The Wild will be in Everett tonight to face the Silver Tips. They'll drop the puck at 7:05. Then they'll host Everett tomorrow night at 6 at the Town Toyota Center, and that will do it for the Wenatchee Wild. The first 1,000 fans through the door tomorrow night, by the way, receive a Walt the Wolf bobblehead. And those are just some of the games that people are playing at 26 minutes after the hour. Obscure holidays, got a bunch of them. It's International Day of Forests. It's World Poetry Day. It's National Countdown Day. It's a National Fragrance Day. It's National French Bread Day. I love my French bread. National Common Courtesy Day. We should probably be practicing that essentially every day. It's National Crunchy Taco Day. It's World Vermouth Day. Vermouth goes with gin, and that's really about it, but it gets its own day. We're not doing any of those today. We recognize those parents who are raising their household by themselves. It's National Single Parent Day today. It's a tribute to all these hard-working mothers and fathers who have to parent their children without a partner. About 25% of the children in this country are being raised in a single-parent household. And I thought this was interesting. Single-parent households headed by a man account for just 2.3% of all U.S. households. I thought it would be maybe a little bit more than that. A third of all single-parent households, 1/3, lives at or below the poverty line. The average age of a single parent, about 39 years old. Single fathers are more likely to live with somebody than single mothers. Of course, I think studies show that it's much more difficult for single parents to discipline their children than it is if you have a couple doing it. And children are 50% more likely to suffer from health problems following the divorce of their parents, and even more so if they lose a parent altogether. A tribute to all of you single parents out there today. It ain't easy. 28 minutes after the hour, today in history. It's done. Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary closes its doors forever, at least to inmates and guards. March 21st, 1963, we're going to show a contemporary newsreel footage of the last of the inmates and the guards leaving Alcatraz on this date 62 years ago today. Then I'll come back with fun facts about Alcatraz.
It's hail and farewell to Alcatraz. The Dread Rock in San Francisco Bay plays host to the press on its closing day. For the first time in its long penal history, reporters and cameramen are allowed to roam its innermost cell blocks and cells at will. Wearing handcuffs and leg irons, the last 27 of its 1,500 prisoners leave the crumbling, unsalvageable fortress for more modern federal penitentiaries. Under heavy guard, they will be flown to maximum security quarters in Atlanta, Leavenworth, and eventually the new Marion prison in southern Illinois. Maintenance guards will be the only inhabitants of the island until its final disposition is decided by Congress and the state of California. Families of the guards and prison workers who are being transferred to other assignments are probably the only ones who say goodbye to Alcatraz with any regret.
Alcatraz shut its doors 62 years ago today. Alcatraz, of course, was the home of the worst federal prisoners. The absolute unrehabilitatable prisoners were sent to Alcatraz. They had to wait until the Marion prison in Illinois was finally built, and then they could close Alcatraz. Prisoners at Alcatraz had very little leeway or privilege. They weren't even allowed to speak to each other for the most part. They were given food, shelter, clothing, and medical care, and that was it. Newspapers and radios absolutely banned. They had very little contact, if any, with the outside world. They had two nice perks. One was the food was considered the best food in the federal prison system, and they also got to take hot showers, which other prisons don't allow. The idea was if they got used to warm water when they took showers, they would not like it if they ever had to make an escape attempt to jump into San Francisco Bay's waters, which are really cold. Of course, the guards and prison employees also lived on Alcatraz. It was separate housing because they tried to eliminate as many ferry trips back and forth as possible. Of course, Alcatraz was eventually converted into a park, and you can visit it. It's popular. About 1.5 million people visit Alcatraz on a regular basis. Why? I don't know. And March 21st, 1980, 45 years ago today, this was not a surprise. As soon as the Soviets invaded Afghanistan in the fall of 1979, knowing that Moscow would be hosting the 1980 Summer Olympic Games, things started to kind of snowball. And what was really not surprising became official on this date 45 years ago today, when the President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, told the United States athletes that we will be boycotting the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow, and a lot of other countries stayed home as well. And birthdays. Three of my favorite composers celebrate the same birthday: Johann, Sebastian, and Bach. They all celebrate the same birthday. Born in the state in 1685, Mass in B minor is a regular contributor to my turntable. That's good Sunday listening. The Brandenburg Concertos, of course, and many other fine works from Johann Sebastian Bach. It's good stuff, very good stuff. Born in the state in 1685. And happy 63rd birthday to Matthew Broderick. Remember War Games? I watched that movie about 2 weeks ago. It's still good. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Of course, he was the voice of Simba in The Lion King. Matthew Broderick. He's also got a bunch of Tony Awards. He's 63 years old today. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsors. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. We'll be pushing 70 degrees by the middle of next week. Your air conditioner won't be going on, but eventually it will, and make sure it's ready to do the switch over from heating your hair to cooling your home. Alpine Air, they are the experts. Going to take a break. Mike McNarty has an opinion about Facebook, of all things. And then we had a chance to go to Coyote's Corner at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center to talk to Tara. She runs the marketing and a lot of other things as well. They have a very busy spring coming up. Tara will join me when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular, family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. Warm up with one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
This tax season, you can relax. There's no tax. Walker's Furniture is covering the sales tax for you. For a limited time, we're doubling down on discounts. It's the perfect time to refresh your space and save big, so you can get the tax break you need and a deal you'll love. Plus, with no money down special financing, you can create the home of your dreams now and pay over time. This week at Walker's, where quality just costs less.
Können Sie mir das Problem sagen? Meinen Zylinder überschwingt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen verloren. Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlüssel. Hey, you.
Well, I got a leaky transmission. My head gasket's shot.
and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
This is Mike, Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. So, Facebook isn't going to fact check anymore. Well, so what? Since when are we expected to be able to accept and believe everything we see or read on a social media site? And why would you expect Marky Zuckerberg, of all people, to accurately check facts for you anyway? I mean, Meta, for whom Markey is the chief executive, donated $1 million to Donald Trump's inaugural fund. Oh, fact-checking? Yeah, okay. And we all know what a truth teller our president is. And facts, since when do they matter? Different polls give different stats, but a very significant number of people in this country still believe the big lie that DJT won the 2020 election. Facebook isn't fact-checking anymore? Who cares? This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
Hey there, folks. Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese blintz, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, so relax. It's done.
Welcome to the Gilded Lily home, where something extraordinary is waiting for you. The Gilded Lily offers a unique collection of hand-selected, carefully curated items to help you celebrate all of life's special moments. From the budding chef to the home decorator to that very special occasion, there is an abundance of delightful gifts waiting for you. The Gilded Lily home, where you can step in for inspiration and leave with beautiful items to brighten any area of your home.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
For more than a couple of years, about 3 or 4 years, we've been endeavoring to really make a regular visit, like almost a monthly visit, with the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Gee, life gets in the way, but by golly, I'm committed, starting now in the year 2025, at least once a month, if not more, we're going to visit with the friends of the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center, because I love it. You should love it. If you live here in the Wenatchee Valley, you should be here on a regular basis. If you're new to the Wenatchee Valley and you've decided this is where you're going to put down roots, this is where you need to come, Tara, because this is where you learn about your new home, the Wenatchee Valley, right here under one roof, or 2 roofs, so to speak, the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Introduce yourself to our TV family. I know you, but they don't, maybe.
Hi, my name is Tara Sokol. I'm the Marketing Community Relations Manager for the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. I know it's a lot, but I just help try and promote all the events that are happening here, and I hope that you're able to come down at the... We're having a lot of events coming up this spring and summer. So we're going to go over that.
As we speak, downstairs, we're in the Coyote room upstairs. Downstairs, there is a whole slew of fifth graders running all over the place.
Yes, yeah, they are exploring the Beauty of Bronze exhibit, which is an exhibit that sort of goes over all the bronze statues that fifth grade students have made, I think last year, or just earlier last year. And they're looking at all that. Hopefully they'll be inspired to make that this year. And we currently have an event coming up on March 27th, next Thursday, where adults can come make their own bronze statue. And this class will also include, if you take that class, you can also support the education of a fifth grade student for next year. So that's really exciting. You get to make your own bronze statue and you get to support someone's education.
And $90 is a good deal.
It's pretty good, yeah. And the statue will be made and cast in real bronze. So what they essentially do is they'll make something out of clay that'll be fired and then sent to Portland to a foundry. I don't know if it's in Portland exactly, but it's going to be sent to a foundry and they're going to cast that in real bronze. It'll come back roughly 6 weeks later and you'll have a little bronze statue in your own home.
You've been doing this with the kids for years.
Yeah.
So one day one of the parents said, hey, how come I can't do that? Because now it's for the adults. I mean, how did that come to be?
I can't speak to that myself, but Don Collins can. He's the real brain behind the operation for the Beauty of Bronze program, him and alongside many other community members. It's a really beloved program. It's been here for 21 years. It's something that the kids always look forward to every year. And every time people come in and they see our lobby case full of those little bronze statues, like people are just always amazed at what
you're drawn to it like a moth, and all of that, but they're not just globs of Jabba the Hutt looking things. These are nicely done. These kids put a lot of effort into it, some real intricate detail.
I think my favorite statue that I saw recently is somebody made the Titanic. It's just like a little itty bitty boat with like a little bit of stuff coming out, and I'm like, wow, that's so sweet, and I hope nothing bad happens to it.
It sank, by the way. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, and by the way, you get to keep the bronze when it's all said and done. You're taking it home?
Yes, you can take it home. So, yeah, and we have several, if anyone's new to the Wenatchee area, we have several bronze statues around our riverfront park and the downtown area. So you can look at that as like inspiration for your own little statue.
Matthew and TJ went to Cuba not long ago.
Yes.
Which is a pretty exotic place to go. And top out Matthew Pippin and TJ Farrell. We just saw Matthew not 10 minutes ago. And they're going to do a whole presentation on their trip to Cuba at the Wells House, and that's coming up too.
Yes, yeah. So Matthew has been really excited sharing his travel stories. It was an amazing event. Like he was telling us as he was leading up to the Cuba event, like, oh, I'm going to be leaving in a week. I'm going to be leaving in a couple days. Don't talk to me. I'm going to be in Cuba. And when he came back, he just was like beaming, and he brought back, I don't know if I should say, but he accidentally brought back some like Cuban money because they weren't able to transfer it before they left.
Oh, okay. Can you do that? I guess you can.
I don't know actually. But yeah, it's just something that is like a nice souvenir for them now. I probably shouldn't be sharing that. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. No, I wish I had some Cuban money.
Yeah, but they went and they were able to see what is called the City of Sculptures. And essentially they also went to a museum at Cuba, and they gave, so Matthew Pippin and TJ Farrell, they're both local authors, and they gave both of their books there. So now both of their books are internationally known, and they're at the, I don't remember the exact museum, but they're in a Cuban museum. So, and I think they gave them some souvenirs from our museum, so we're making our reach that way.
That is on April 2nd at the Wells House. Light refreshments provided. Nick's Bricks is back. This has been going on for quite some time. Nick passed away rather tragically in Africa about 10, 15 years ago, I want to say. Something like that. He was a Lego fanatic, just loved Legos. His parents started this. We've been involved with it for quite some time. It kind of fell away a little bit. COVID really did a number on it. But now Nick's Bricks is back, and it's here.
Yeah. So in years past, Nick's Bricks was originally held at Pybus Public Market. And over the years, like last year, it was half in the museum and half at Pybus. And this year, it's going to be exclusively at the museum, which is completely new for us. We're going to have all the Lego installations at the museum. And yeah, we have volunteers coming in basically every couple of days to help set up for that event. It's always the biggest event. Every time I'm at an outreach event, there's some family who comes up and is like, oh yeah, the museum. I was there during Nick's Bricks. Like everyone is there. And it's really exciting. You know, everyone is like so in love with like the idea of building and are enthralled with the Lego sculptures. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be April 5th, I believe, or 6th.
That is correct. Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to be good with dates. It's on April 5th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The entire museum will be free. You'll be entering, I believe, from the annex side and going up and over and then ending in our main lobby. It's going to be great. The little ones, if they're not able to put together a Lego, they'll get little pinwheels that they can carry around. And the older kids, they'll get their own Lego set. It's really exciting. It's such a big event, and the museum staff are just really excited for it.
And now maybe the major topic of conversation, of course, the first week in April is spring break. Heads up, parents. You can send your kids down here for 2 different kind of day camps, different times, different skills, different age sets. The first week, the first working week, the first full week into April. Craftoria is for kids grades 1 through 4.
It's Craftopia.
Craftopia.
Actually,
Go right ahead.
It's going. So we have 1 week. Both of them are going to be STEM based, but 1 week is going to be for students in grades 1 through 4. It's going to be a half day for grades 1, 1st and 2nd grade, and then it'll be a full day for 3rd and 4th grade campers, and they will be essentially working. It'll be for Craftopia, it's going to be a crafts week, and they will be working on arts and crafts based on museum collection items or artifacts, which will be very exciting. And we'll be exploring basically all facets of creativity from April 7th through the 10th. It'll be really amazing. They'll be, I don't know if they'll be exactly here in Coyote's Corner or if they'll be in another place, but I'm sure the half-day camps will definitely be in here. And I mean, just if you look around this room, there's so much art on the walls and on the floor that should be...
It stimulates creativity.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And the walls were painted by Lindsay Bradenthal, and the floor was painted by the artist behind Fight the Beige. So like you just have to look at it and you can be inspired to make your own work of art, and it'll be amazing. And then the second week that we're offering, it's for 4th and 5th grade students, and that's going to be our introduction to robotics. And that is such a fun camp. Last year, our robotics camps were sold out like almost immediately. Yeah. And so we're really excited to offer it again, and we still have spots left open. I'm sure they will be running out pretty soon though, so I would recommend people register for robotics camps if they can. And it's really fun. Kids sort of work together, they problem solve, they work on skills that are going to be incredibly important for them later on in life. And yeah, it's just great to sort of start working on, you know, building things and working with your hands, try to look for solutions in an increasingly technological society that we're entering. It's just building skills that are going to be very necessary.
Anytime you can be creative and your brain doesn't go soft during the week you're not going to school, that's a win-win. Yeah,
and they'll make friends, they'll make memories that they're never going to forget. The education team is incredibly passionate. We have parents who are incredibly like beaming, and the kids are beaming too after camp weeks are over. And we're also offering an advanced robotics camp this summer for our Super Summer Adventure Camps. So if you're able to take introduction to robotics. You'll be in preparation for our advanced robotics camp, and yeah.
And that's in the summertime. We'll come back to talk about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's a huge thing.
Yes.
So that's a big thing with parents. They just don't want, during spring and summer break, they don't want their kids just sitting around not doing anything. You got to keep momentum going. You got to do all that stuff. And
Yeah.
the museum fills that void.
And the kids will be so active working on everything, and it's just, lunch is probably the main break they're going to have. It's going to be so activity based.
Yeah, again, as you mentioned before, for the younger kids, it's half day. Drop them off at 9, pick them up at noon, something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
And then for the older kids, 4th and 5th graders, it's like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. with a lunch served as well.
Mhm.
Keep them occupied. By the way, when you go to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center's website and you go on the events, you'll see everything stacked up there. It looks really good. And you'll notice almost everything you clip on that requires a registration fee or admission, if you're a member of the museum, you get a discount on
Yes.
almost everything.
Yes, our members get a discount on basically every event. And very rarely will we not give a discount to members, and that'll be either the cost is too low or it's for like a Wells House event. So it's, but yeah, very rarely will we not give a discount to members. And membership, fun fact about membership, if you get, I forget the name of the exact membership level, but if you get to a certain level, I think like the Discovery or you will get a NARM sort of
It's a reciprocal thing that allows
Yeah.
you to visit other museums that are a member of that association.
Yeah, so essentially if you are if you have that, you can go to a museum here, or you can go to the Puget Discovery Center.
There are hundreds of them that are all
Yeah.
involved under the same umbrella.
All around the state, all around the country. You can go to any museum and have a discount. So that is a really great perk that we always sort of promote for families.
And I
who
know
are
the people
traveling.
who aren't from here use it.
Yeah.
Because I've been here before, and people are they're from Seattle or Spokane or British Columbia or California, and they just whip out their card.
Yep.
And they're in like Flynn.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Sweet. Anything else on your mind before we cut you loose? I know you're busy, Terry. Got a lot of kids downstairs. You
Yeah.
got to make sure they're not making off.
We are also offering wine walks through downtown Wenatchee.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so our first one is going to be on April 12th. It'll be on a Saturday. We're going to have a docent or an education team member who's going to lead that tour, and folks will start at the museum and then they'll make stops at Norwood, Horn Estates Winery, the Watermill Winery, and Watercourse Cider. All these sort of wineries, and learn about the history of downtown Wenatchee, the history of businesses here, history of the wineries here in the area. It'll be really great. You'll get to sample some wine, so it's for people 21 and older. And at Watercourse Cider, they're going to be offering snacks and food for you to try. So that'll be really great. I highly recommend people try that out. And if you can't make it to April, we'll offer a tour in June and July.
And on First Fridays, they're open late too. Need to mention that as well.
Yes, yes. On First Fridays, we are offering free admission from 4 to 8 p.m. every First Friday, and on every first Saturday or Family Saturday,
Free
we are
admission,
offering
10
free
a.m. to
admission
4.
the
Yep.
entire day.
Yeah, that's great.
So that is almost always happening. I think the only time we won't have that happening is the first Saturday in May, because we're going to be closed for the Grand Parade.
Yeah, as well it should be.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have a museum of this quality and this size right in the heart of downtown Wenatchee. Some museums aren't. Every museum and cultural center should be right smack dab in the middle of the town, and by golly, ours is.
Yeah, it's truly great. We're at the heart of so many activities. In the summer, it's always nice to hear the music of like the outdoor sort of concerts. My office is like right next to it, so there's always music playing, and it's just lovely to have so many different like people coming in, every walk of life, coming to see the museum. We've had people come in from like different countries come and be like, oh, I've never knew this existed. It's a new adventure every day.
The Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center, it's yours, folks. It belongs to everybody. Come check it out. Go to their website. Everything we talked about is there, including how to buy tickets and how to register your kid if you're interested in doing the spring break camps here at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Do we get to see you again in April?
Absolutely. I am going to be here for As long as I can be.
Tara, it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice talking with you, Dan.
And have fun, all right? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's always fun here.
You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Boswell's, where you'll find quality furnishings for every room in your home. Customers ask, do you have solid wood options? Yes, they do. Bamboo, maple, acacia, cherry, mahogany. With 2 floors of quality furniture and complimentary design services, Boswell's design team can create a home that's uniquely yours. For almost a century, people have chosen Boswell's for their quality and customer service. Boswell's Furniture, it's closer than you think.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
You know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Whether you're building from the ground up or transforming your space with a custom remodel, One Way Construction is your trusted partner in creating a home that's uniquely yours. Your dream home is just a call away. Schedule your free consultation and let's build something amazing together.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
.37 degrees here in the Wenatchee Valley. Quick look at the mountain passes as far as Stevens Pass is concerned. Traction tires are advised, but I just not 35, 40 seconds ago looked at the pass cameras at the summit of Stevens Pass. It doesn't look real pleasant, and it's not going to stay real pleasant. It's going to stay pretty nasty to drive on Stevens Pass right through till about noon or 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. They're going to have some pretty consistent snow showers. One more look at that slide that we showed you at the start of the program. Stevens is going to get a pretty good dose of snow. So is Snoqualmie, for that matter. Not too much on Blewett, but everybody, basically 3,200 feet and above, is going to get some snow. You get to about 4,000 feet, and that's Stevens and Blewett. They're going to get a lot of snow, but again, Blewett not too much. They're going to be protected by the lee of the Cascades, but they don't have that protection on Snoqualmie and Stevens. So get ready for more winter driving conditions on Stevens Pass all the way till about noon, they tell us on Saturday, and then it dries out. This is the first of 2 systems that's rolling in right now. Gave us a little bit of light rain here in the Wenatchee Valley, and snow will continue to fall in the mountain passes. We could actually get a rain-snow mix at 2, 3, 4 a.m. tomorrow morning before it finally tapers off, because the snow level tonight into Saturday morning is going to go all the way down to 1,500 feet. But by that time, the system will probably will have expended all of its energy. I think we're going to be okay. If anything, we'll get perhaps a little bit of rain. From the National Weather Service, partly sunny today. Still a little bit of light rain off and on here and there as a couple of clouds pass through. We'll get up to about 53 or 54, which is the normal high for this time of the year. Again, a rain-snow mix possible very early in the morning. Eventually, if we get any at all, it'll just be gone. It'll be cloudy in the early evening hours and then clear with an overnight low of 34. So tomorrow morning, lots of sunshine till we get about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then the clouds will begin to roll in on Saturday. It'll be cloudy on Saturday night, cloudy and rainy on Sunday, cloudy and rainy on Sunday night, partly sunny on Monday, near 70 on Tuesday with sunshine. Love it. Have a great and safe weekend. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.